Mr. Ankit Janwar. He is Vice President for Corporate Planning at Plus Advanced Technologies. He has been associated with it for almost a decade. He primarily looked after development of sustainable business models around impactful innovations. He did his master's specializing in polymer science and technology from IIT Roorkee Institution. He has also attended a program at the London School of Economics and Political Science. Mr. Ankit will deliberate upon phase change material cooling is reliable and cost effective. So delegates, let's welcome Mr. Ankit.
Thank you, Thermal Control Magazine, and it's indeed a pleasure to be here. Well, the topic is cold chain business prospects, and I would like to focus more about how do we, where the business prospect lies for all of us. If we take a step back as cold chain players in the industry, we are essentially serving two kinds of people, or two kinds of I would say consumers. One is a producer or a farmer or a FMCG company, and at the other end is a consumer like us. The producer or the farmer wants the maximum price for their product, and we as a consumer want a good product, and preferably at the lowest price. We as cold chain players are just enablers, moving the product from one end to the other. And the way we think the only way to increase the business prospects is to improve the efficiencies in a sustainable way at every level of the cold chain, starting from storage to moving the products in bulk to moving products at the last mile, like Rajat mentioned, or to storing products at the shelf. And we can't ignore anymore to continue using diesel, and we can't ignore the sustainability aspects anymore. So the future of the cold chain business really lies in improving efficiencies at every leg of the value chain, right from storage to moving the products to the last mile, or keeping the products at the shelf using a refrigerator, improving efficiency at every leg in a rather sustainable way. And how we at Plus have been enabling this is using the platform Phase Change Material Technology. How we are enabling a sustainable cold chain using the Phase Change Material Technology at every leg is what I'm going to touch upon in this slide. So if you see at the cold storage level, using the Phase Change Material Technology, we have developed a solar micro cold room, which is a completely grid independent solar-based cold room. It's a small cold room which can be deployed at the farm. It's a small cold room which can even be deployed at any retail supermarket store, and it doesn't need any grid electricity. It runs completely on solar, and it will store the product at the right temperature. Some of these cold storages have also been used for pre-cooling activities right at the farm level. Moving on from the storage to moving the products in bulk, we have phase change material enabled reefer trucks, which essentially don't use diesel for maintaining the temperature. You run the compressor on electricity, freeze the phase change materials, and it will maintain the temperature for the next 12 hours. We are right now also working on fast charging of these phase change materials on trucks so that it can even be used for the longer durations of 48 hours, 96 hours, 120 hours. And it can also enable refrigeration in electric trucks, because in electric trucks you can't really run the compressor. You'll need a huge amount of battery and a lot of space. So you're also enabling a sustainable way of moving the produce in a truck. And the third is the last mile delivery boxes. It's very similar to what what Rajat mentioned. It's essentially a combination of the insulated boxes with the phase change materials to deliver the products at the right temperature right at the doorstep of the consumer, right at the doorstep of the let's say a market, or from a distributor to from a wholesaler to a distributor, etc. We also have an opposite, which is a solar dryer, which is not really related to cold chain, but if we are enabling everything, it's a solar dryer which essentially runs 24/7 for drying of fruits and vegetables at the right temperatures. You can sun dry tomatoes, you can sun dry pineapples. These dried produce are then sold at a much higher price than the regular, tomato or a regular pineapple. Now, this again helps in reducing the wastage and thereby helps in increasing the income of the farmer and the income of the producer at the other end. The another example which I would like to share is a chest freezer in the refrigerator using the phase change materials. These freezers and the refrigerators have been made more energy efficient. So we've done a study with the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, which essentially says that using phase change materials, you can reduce the energy consumption of the freezer by 20%. So in the short 2 slides, what I'm trying to cover is that the future is essentially addressing every value chain across the cold chain in a more sustainable way. Phase change material based technologies is one way. There could be other ways of addressing it. There's electric trucks. You can use solar panels to run your whole cold room. There are multiple ways of doing it, but the future of the cold chain business lies there. That's very short, and that's how I'd like to conclude. Thank you so much for Thermal Control magazine for this opportunity.